or should I say, the amazing, awesome money magnet.
That was such a fun thing on today's group where we could look at our secret power. We could get our hidden healer's name, and Neelu just took mine. So yeah. What was yours, Neelu?
I am, well, the first name just kind of completes everything, but I am the mystic money magnet.
Wow.
So yeah, a team. Did you hear? Okay, Nidhu, we are at 6:31. We are bang on time. Is there anything you want to say before we officially start? I have already informed people about the turbocharged water. Told them to write in again, let us know what they're dealing with right now and what the solution is, and also if they're completely new to the decrees.
Fantastic. That's good, Neelu. Let us.
Okay.
I just want to say huge hi to everybody, and thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time off and being here. Let's see what the call brings today. Let us see what magic and miracles take place for you.
Absolutely. And we shall begin in 10 seconds from now. I don't know if this has happened in a while, but let the countdown begin mentally. Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome Healers Training Tele Summit. It's the third time this Training Tele Summit is happening in less than 1.5 years. Across all our Tele Summits, more than 8,000 people have taken on trainings and workshops, and more than 1,000 plus just in the last 18 months. You're here because you are looking for something too, correct? Be it access to certified courses and workshops at the best prices in the world, might I add, or a chance to explore amazing alternative healing techniques, or an opportunity as healers and practitioners to enhance your skills and scope, or an experience if you love diving into self-development, spiritual journeys, and the mysterious ways energy healing works, right? And the team at Mystic Lotus of Nidhu, Amrish, Ruchira, Misbah, Shilpa, Shriya, Ruchika, Krishnaz, me, and special mention of Satish Kumar Kapoor. All of us are super delighted that you accepted our invitation to the best job in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 healing workshops and courses, tips to become a successful healer, 13 wow healing modalities. It's all here and it's all happening right now. And we kickstart this evening with the fabulous moonworker, blockbuster, retrograde specialist, 5D expert, and lover of exclamation marks. She is owner and sharer of the world's fastest, quickest, swiftest, speediest, easiest, simplest healing modality, the decrees. This life scientist has the ability to decode messages of individual energies as well as universal energies of our time. And with the decrees, she brings her unique blend of technology to give you the quickest way to heal, shift, change, transform your life, your relationship, your health, your wealth. You're waiting for her. I'm waiting for her. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving you warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lady who is often called Angel and Magician, whose middle name is Speedster, the one, the only, Nidhu B Kapoor. Nidhu Speedster B Kapoor, welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome in as well. It's absolutely wonderful to be here. It's absolutely wonderful to see All of y'all, I see that most of y'all have your videos on. That is so cool. That is so cool. Let us take this forward. And there was a question I had asked in the group, and I asked you, what are you dealing with? And what do you think is the solution? Some of y'all mentioned what you're dealing with, not necessarily the solution, although I think Patty mentioned let go, let God. But does anybody else have additions to that, Neelu?
I was checking, it was mostly what they're going through, be it health or career or wealth or relationships, finances. And I did not see any other post where there was a possible solution also given in.
Got it. And for the most part, we're looking at career and finances. Yes? Yes? Would you like to make it better in seconds?
Yes.
Would you like to clear your block in seconds?
Yes.
Would you like to manifest more money in seconds?
Yes.
Okay. Before I give you the decrees and I tell you what the decrees are and how quick they are and how simple they are and how simple and quick and simple and quick and fast and easy and fast and easy and simple and quick, they work like this. There are a couple of things I want to make sure that you do know. So, for example, there are 4 ways in which we get what we want. Does anybody know these 4 ways? What are the 4 ways in which we can get what we want? You're all here because you want to get something. Of course, there is the training, there is the learning for you that you can use for yourself and your family, the learning for you to add to your practitioner toolkit or to begin your healing journey. That aside, all of us are always looking for something when we show up at an event, when we show up in the morning, when we get out of bed, there's something we're looking forward to. There's something that we are expecting. How do you make sure that happens for you? There are 4 ways only. What do you think they are?
Nidhu, I'm going to wait for people to write in and let you know. I actually, when you said simplest, fastest, simplest, fastest. I have personally experienced that, and the most recent one being just this morning, where let's say X had elevated BP, blood pressure, and gave the person three decrees to say 11 times each. Then got busy with work and stuff. Checked in 2 hours later, BP had gone down.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was super. I'm always stunned. It never ceases to amaze me. And there was no medicine taken.
Fantastic. That's what you want, right? You always want to be able to have something that you can count on, something that is so easy that it will never leave your awareness or your memory, nothing complicated. Like, for example, Radha was driving home and on her bike, and she tore her sartorius muscle. That's in the leg. That's so painful. And she was not yet home. So she started giving the decrees rapidly. And she says that in 6 minutes flat, all the people around were looking at her, wondering what it is that she is saying, chanting so quickly and quickly. In 6 minutes flat, the pain was gone. She made it back home. She recovered. You want to be like I remember Kedar got caught in the rain. The rain was just starting and he started giving the decree so he could reach home without getting wet in the rain. He did. It's like, Shruti, my niece, Shruti wanted an Amazon package that was just not getting delivered for like a week. She gave the decree. Next morning, it was at her doorstep. You want to have a tool that is so simple to do that you can do it for everything in your life, not just for the big things, not just to cure cancer, not just to win the lottery, but for every simple thing, like from geysers to stuck windows, to cats, to lost cats, to cuffs, to colds, to healing relationships. The decrees can be used on anything and anyone, everything and everyone, anytime, anywhere. And let me see, do you all know what are the 4 ways in which you can get what you want?
People have written in. Kulpreet says They've put one or two, two, three. Kulpreet says positive mindset. Akansha says intention and clarity. Kulpreet also says miracles, happiness, and positivity. Jennifer says gratitude, positive mindset. Ruchi says gratitude. Parul says intention. Gulnar also says gratitude. Kate says intention, release, gratitude. Ruchi says appreciation. Uh, Miss Dave says ask and you shall receive. Megha says faith, gratitude, intentions, healing, affirmation. And Renita says intention, gratitude, forgiveness, prayer, gratitude, intentions, prayer. This is what is coming across more or less across everybody. Yeah. Yes. And Nidhu,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, because you said you can use it for anything and everything, right? And I just because it's just so exciting to share even these tiny things that happen. I couldn't find my eyeliner, okay, and I knew I'd kept it out so that I could find it immediately, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, where is it? And I just said the decree. I'm not saying it right now because I know you will come to it. I just said the decree, and instantly after saying the decree, Shamuel, as you know, the name also came like it. So I immediately said, Archangel Shamuel, can you help? Like before I could complete the sentence, the lipstick was right in front of my eyes.
It's
The liner, sorry.
It's
right
amazing.
in front.
Yeah, it's really amazing how the decree works for that. You know, Florence got out of a shopping center and she couldn't find her keys. You can imagine, right? Eyeliner is one thing. And of course, you know, if you're also in my age group, your glasses are one thing, but to lose your keys, there's panic when you lose your keys, right? So Florence panicked. And in that panic, she still remembered to give the decree because this is what we want, right? We want to learn something so that at the time of the exam, we haven't forgotten it. You don't want to learn in a crisis. You want to learn before. So Florence knew the decrees and she started giving the decrees. And she said, I couldn't believe it. A person walked up to her and said, is this yours? She found her keys. It's amazing. We found lost cats. Lost cats have come home. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me give you the 4 methods without further ado, because I am so looking forward to letting you know what the decrees are and how you can use it and start changing, shifting, transforming your life right now from this call itself. So this is us. This is us. Okay? This is us. This is our life. This is our health, our wealth, our body. Why is my glass full? I could have also shown you an empty glass, right? My glass is full because both us and Mother Nature abhor vacuums. We do not like emptiness. We will find a way to fill it. So this is us right now. Let us say that we want what we want in life, right? There's something we want. Now, if I'm going to ask for what I want and I'm going to start pouring water as in what I want to come in, what's going to happen?
Overflow.
There's going to be an overflow. Because we're already house full, whatever it is that we're asking for, when it starts coming in, it's going to displace something in us. Basic physics. In a bathtub, if you enter, the water will slosh over. So if I want what I want, something is going to start coming out. Meaning, in working to attract what I want, I am still going to have to do the work to manage what is happening in the overflow. So direct manifestations or attracting work is one way to get what you want. You have to deal with the aftermath of the overflow. The other way is I am just going to let go of what I already have and make space. Now I would like some more space. So I'm just going to let go of what I have and then allow for what it is that I want. Correct? Second way, to clear, to make space. The methods that you all mentioned are various methods of either clearing or attracting. Gratitude, for example, fantastic way to attract. Intention, fantastic way to sow the seed to what it is you want to attract. But before all of that, either you make space, or in the attraction work, you deal with what shows up. The third way is a combination of both. That I will also do some releasing work, and I will also do some attracting work. So I will have a mix of both. I'm still getting what I want. And the fourth way is the one way that none of us can ever know, and that's the X factor. And the X factor way is, when your friend surprises you, it just shows up at your door with a box of chocolates and a bouquet. So I was in the neighborhood, wanted to give you a surprise. And that's an X factor. Could you have manifested that? Could you have sown the seed for that? You couldn't. The X factor is where the universe plays a role. When I am filling myself up with doing attraction work, I don't know what is going to get displaced and how I'm going to be able to take care of it. There is an X factor involved in that as well. When I'm doing clearing work and I am receiving, because I've made space, and remember, nature abhors a vacuum and we also don't like emptiness. So something is going to come in. I have no control over what is going to come in. There's an X factor there. When I am doing both of this work, I am doing work to make space and allow for something. Again, there is an X factor, because you can never, ever pinpoint and say 4 p.m. on a Thursday, my doorbell will ring and my new job will come. We do not manifest like that. And if you will join your hands, I want to give you the X factor from the Gita. It's my favorite chapter. Lots of favorite chapters I have in the Gita. This is like right up there. It's chapter 2, verse 47. Karmane vadikaraste ma faleshu kadachana. Ma karma phala hetur bhurmate sangostva akarmani. I have the right to action. I do not have the right to the fruits of those actions. My duty is to do my best and let God do the rest. In decree format, and I would like you to say this decree with me. This is Jupiter's decree. This is the prayer decree. This is the simplest, easiest, fastest prayer in the world. And your entire day, your entire week, your entire month will fall into place with synchronicities and serendipities that you cannot imagine. And that is, I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. Please say it with me. I am willing, I am willing,
I am willing, I am willing.
Where there is a will, there is a way. All you have to do is be willing, and the way will open up for you. In a crisis, you can't remember the decree. You know, it's too late at night. There's nobody on the group to respond. What do? You surrender. The act of I am willing, I am willing, I am willing is to say that there is a higher power. There is an X factor, which is looking out for me, which is taking care of me. And I bow down to that for my highest good, my highest power, and my highest joy and love. I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. Perhaps it made you feel a certain way to say it. Perhaps it didn't. Perhaps it's still sinking in. But you will see the results of this within minutes and hours, and definitely within 24 hours. Let me give you step 1. We said that we are going to attract what we want. What is it that we want? For the most part, everybody said finances, career, money, right? So let me give you a decree to attract money. Yes? Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Everybody
Yes.
in the house, give me a signal, give me reactions on the Zoom chat, put up something that says love, or Yes, very good, very good. Chanda knows how to do it. And if not, say it on the group. Are you ready? Excellent. I see your 2 thumbs up. I see your hand up. Superb. Superb. And I see some more hearts. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My team gave me a heart there. So, in a decree, what we're really doing is instructing the universe. Now, when I give an instruction to the universe, I am the universe in action. I am a microsome for the macrosome of the universe. I am the universe. So when I give an instruction, something's going to happen to me as well in that moment. Okay. So I'm going to give you a 1-word instruction. Tell me how it makes you feel. Money flows activated. Money flows activated. Money flows activated. More money flows activated. More money flows activated. More money flows activated. Check if you're having a response. I'm not finished. Now I just want you to close your eyes, keep your feet uncrossed, and just receive what I'm saying. Remember, this is me with that jug I am pouring in. You will have some reaction. There will be an overflow. See how you are receiving. See what is the overflow coming up. It doesn't matter whether it's an emotion, it's a memory, it's a thought, it's a feeling, it's a sensation. Check for what it is that is trying to leave so that this flow can come in. Ready? One of the things that I enjoy very much with this work is I do these 10-second workouts. So there's a 10-second workout for your body. There's a 10-second workout for your finances. There's a 10-second workout for your relationships. There's a 10-second workout for your confidence. I'm going to give you the 10-second workout for money.
I was just going to say that when you said money flow is activated, and I said, this is the 10-second challenge happening right now. In fact, people have already started posting their responses, even though you said it's not over. Just letting you know quickly. Kulpreet says butterflies in tummy. Michelle says tightness in solar plexus. Martha says I feel calmer. And Parul said, when does one say these? Anytime. Parul, we will come back to that. Nidhu?
Anytime. Anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere, anybody, anything, everybody, everything. Go for it. I will tell you that the Lakshmi hour is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the evenings. Always good to do some money work at that time, but it is not a rule for the decrees. Anytime, anywhere, okay? But here, receive the workout for money flows in your life. Wealthier. 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 Wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthy. And wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthy. Rich. 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 Richer and richer and richer and richer and richer and rich. Richer. 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 Richer and richer and richer and richer and richer and wealthier and richer and wealthier and richer and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and richer and richer and richer and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. And in the middle of your head, on top of your head, inside your head, just think, I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. Tell me how you're doing. The jug poured into you. What is overflowing? Kulpreet had mentioned butterflies in the belly. Now, butterflies in the belly can be a sign of excitement, but also a sign of anxiety. Moment you have a reaction, you immediately understand what is in the way of the receiving. Remember, this reaction has come after the flow has started coming in, which means you need to take care of this to go out. And remember what I mentioned? There is the third way. You do the attracting work as well as the releasing work. When you use the decrease, you will become more aware of you. In the receiving decree, you became aware of what was coming out. At the same time, Martha said, I feel calmer. Martha, I guarantee, has already done some work to make some space. Martha, do you use the decrees? Have you been using the decrees? Is there any other work that you do? Moment you have some space and this comes in, you feel a little calmer. Also to tell you that Martha is far more open to receiving. Now, there was somebody who had a tightness. Tightness is fear, the fear of letting go. Because one of the biggest mistakes we make in wanting what we want is that we think that I can stay like this. Somehow I'll be able to find some other way to keep it. I mean, look at this. I am so full that I cannot even put sugar and salt and mix it around. Biggest mistake ever when we are looking to get something, which is to think that you don't need to make space for it. If your cupboard is full, can you put anything else in it? If your refrigerator is full, can you put anything else in it? If your house is full with guests and somebody else comes in, you know how stressed out you get? We are like that. When we are house full and something else needs to come in, we actually start getting stressed out about receiving more. So will you all keep these 4 methods in mind? Will you all always remember this? Either you receive and release, or you release and receive, or you work on both releasing and receiving, and always flowing through these 3, and by itself a separate way is the X factor. You can call it God, you can call it grace, you can call it fortune, don't call it luck. How is everybody doing?
Just checking in on that on the group. I also just wanted to say that it was nice. I smiled, yawned, and I had an instant, very tiny bit of a memory recall that, you know, you weren't really completely honest at that time. I was like, okay, I got to look into that and, you know, see that and see how that affects my money situation or how I see it right now.
Absolutely.
So
look at what Neelu said. Neelu said what crossed her mind was a memory where she hadn't been completely honest. When we are not completely honest, you know what happens? Tell me what happens. Come on, people. What happens?
We cover up and we defend ourselves and we convince ourselves that no, that was the right, you know, that was the right thing to do, or didn't have a choice. So, you know.
Correct. When we are not honest and we cover up, what does cover up mean? I'm now hiding. It's now hidden. So now there is a hidden block that I didn't even know was a block. You see, every reaction to the decree gives you the next stage of work you have to do. You know, and Amrish introduced me to this. I think he introduced the entire team. Amrish is our COO at the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies. Hey, Amrish. Everybody say hi, Amrish.
Amrish.
Yeah. And Amrish spells his name as Amrich. So he's Amrich. I'm rich. So he's Amrich. And Amrich was telling me about this latest self-help book that is just sweeping the charts right now. It's by James Clear and it's called Atomic Habits. And I love the tagline of this book. The tagline of this book is small changes, remarkable results. And one of the things that James Clear speaks about, he says, the goal is not for you to write a book. The goal is to become a writer. The goal is not for you to win the marathon. The goal is for you to become a runner. The goal is not for you to have read this book. The goal is for you to have become a reader. So what I am saying with that to you, my darlings, is that the goal is to not say, okay, now when I get the money, my work is over. The goal is to become and maintain money magnetism, money manifestation, continuously healing the relationship with money. One of my favorite examples, and I think I did it in my last training Tele Summit, Mount Everest, you cannot climb it in one step. Number of steps, number of trainings, number of preparations. You want money, you commit to doing the rain dance till the rain comes. It's as simple as that. So not, oh, I did this and, Martha felt calm and she has now won, $7,000 in her lottery. And I have not gotten anything. In fact, I got a bill to pay. That's also a message. Whatever shows up is telling you what's going on with you. What is it that you need to deal with to make space in order for the jug to keep pouring? Because the jug is infinite. The jug will always keep coming in. This is also based on the 3 golden principles of life. And the 3 golden principles of life are, and if you will remember these 3 golden principles, my darlings, and if you will remember the 4 ways to manifest, there is nothing you cannot achieve. And the 3 golden principles of life, number 1, God helps those who help themselves. Yes? Who has forgotten this? Who has shown up here hoping that a process or a person is now going to save them or make their life better? It's a gentle reminder, my darlings. It's golden principle number 1. God helps those who help themselves. Okay? I am taking it for granted that everybody on this group, everybody in our email box, that everybody is part of this Tele Summit because somewhere, either you needed to be reminded of this or because you know this and you own this. So it's not something you just have here. You own it and you implement it in your life. God helps those who help themselves. And one of the best ways that we can help ourselves, my darlings, is to continuously educate ourselves. I saw a poster just a couple of days back. I was going to post it, on our Telegram group. I think a couple of days back, we had this topic, share the post that you like very much. And I wanted to share that post, but I couldn't find it. And the post said, if you want to be successful, educate yourself. It's that simple. When you show up on a call like this, you show up to be educated. I guarantee you, I promise you, you will see some sign, some message from the universe within minutes, hours, and definitely within one day that you are on the right track. Whether you get an opportunity, whether you get a partnership, whether an old friend calls you back and you have a great time, whether you receive praise, acknowledgement, compliments, unexpected money, tax refunds, rebates, your stocks go up, you will be given a signal that what you have done is taking you one step closer to success. Golden principle number 2. As within, so without. Does anybody know what this means? As within, so without. As above, so below. What does this mean?
It all starts from inside. What is inside is what is outside. It's not the other way around.
Superb. Superb. As inside, so outside. Life is an echo. Life is a mirror. People are part of those mirrors and echoes. If it's in you, it's definitely going to show up in your reality. What does as above, so below mean?
As God wills.
Also that, as above, so below. As in heaven, so on earth. As on earth, so in heaven. But what it actually means for us physically is what goes on here, as above, so below. You cannot have a healthy mind and not have a healthy body. You cannot have a healthy body if you have an unhealthy mind. You cannot be attracting good and positivity if you are thinking negatively. As above, so below. As within, so without. What's going on here is now reflecting and radiating out into the world. And because it's radiating out in the world, that is what we are receiving back in return. Golden principle number 3. My darlings, pay attention to this one. It's actually very simple. It's a yes universe. However, this does not mean that I'll get what I want. I've been asking for this. I've been asking for so long. I've been wanting to shed 25 pounds. I've been wanting to go to Paris. I've been wanting to move to Hawaii. I've been wanting to win the lottery. I've been wanting to get my raise. I've been wanting my husband to change. I've been wanting my children to understand. I've been wanting my mother-in-law to die. It does not mean that you will get what you want. It's a yes universe, because it's coming in the 3 golden principles, is a confirmation of what I have just said. Lots of things go on inside us, my darlings. It is not just what we are conscious of. It is also what we are not conscious of. And it is also what we are so not conscious of that it's in the unconscious. Like Neelu said, like, I've not been fully honest about this. It got buried somewhere. It got buried in the darkness. The unconscious is very dark. Subconscious is still kind of grayish. Conscious has lots of light, which is why you have the awareness. It's a yes universe means whatever is happening, as within, so without, we are saying yes to it. If you are not getting the money, some part of you is not saying yes to the money. Some part of you is saying, yes, I don't want money. Some part of you is saying, yes, I don't want to be happy. Some part of you is saying, yes, let me suffer. Some part of you is saying, ye to meri kismat hai, this is my fate, let me be. It's a yes universe. Promise me, my darlings, whoever's on this call, listening to the replay, never in your life you will ever ask this question again, but I am doing the work, but I am asking for what I want. I'm getting the opposite. So yes universe means that some big part of you inside is saying yes to not having it. How do you know what that part is? Remember what I said? If I am going to pour into myself, what is going to come out is going to tell me what is in the way. We all think that we want $1 billion without knowing how much $1 billion is. We all think that we want to live in a mansion on Richard Branson's island without knowing where Richard Branson's island is, without knowing how it is to live in a mansion. So, step back, step back, step back. What is the fastest way to manifest? The decrease. What is the fastest way to attract? The decrease. What is the fastest way to clear? The decrease. Array, we have done so much work in pouring from the jug, we have forgotten how to take the water out. Let me tell you how we do that. All right? Ready?
Right. Nidhu,
yeah.
Very quickly, just before that, because the messages have been pouring in,
please.
In response to, so Harshita has asked, can we get the 10-second thing for confidence as well? Okay. And Anjali says,
sorry, I'm so sorry, for what?
Can we get the 10-second thing, the 10-second workout for confidence as well?
Certainly.
And
certainly.
Anjali says, goosebumps. Ursula says, I feel energized and happy. Gulnar says, goosebumps. Manisha said pain on the neck. Kailash said palms, itching and smiling. Shwati said increased heartbeat as in throbbing. Vandana Bhardwaj said felt like crying. Mona says relaxed. Priyanka said wow, release felt in stomach. Pooja has yawned. Miss Davia said butterfly and solar plexus. 51462 has said sensations in the hands. Shah has said well dear. Francis said suddenly thought of money flows out. Thought of money flows out. Punita says wealthier is feeling joyful. Jennifer says wealthier, richer feels unattainable. I'm guessing Jennifer meant wealthier, richer feels attainable, and maybe that's a typo, but we will let her.
But maybe that it couldn't come through because the belief system is so strong that you cannot relate to this. Where consciously you might be thinking it is the solution to all your problems, but actually you're realizing that you can't relate to it. Go on.
And Megha says feeling relaxed. Ruchika said feeling lighter. Kavita says tingling in tips of fingers. Sanjay says lots of yawning, tingling all over. Bandana also said headache. Kate also said tightness in solar plexus. Gayatri said energy flowing at crown chakra and calm. Mona said calm and relaxed. And Ursula said lots of energy around my feet, like something is opening up. Energy field is activated. And Anika said, I felt some sensation in my head and feet. And when you said to think we are willing, I just didn't want to open my eyes and leave that state. I feel assured that I will receive and achieve my financial goal.
Fantastic. One step at a time, my girl, one day at a time. Listen to the messages, because with the decrease, you are constantly co-creating with the universe. The moment you say it, you will get an answer. How do you have this? Your clair of knowing, which is claircognizance, let you know something. You immediately got a message from the universe. You might think this is your confidence speaking. I am telling you, my darlings, that your spirit guide or your angel passing by, somebody let you know you will achieve this. Anytime that you give a decree, because these are divine cosmic commands. Anytime you give a decree, one, your connection with yourself deepens. Two, there is a co-creation set up with the universe. Three, unlike affirmations, the decrees go into the subconscious as well as the unconscious. Unlike switch words, the decrees work through the conscious to the subconscious to the unconscious to the DNA, through your 8 generations of ancestors to your past lives. The decrees go to the root. And because habit is what makes us, our thoughts are what makes us, our feelings are what makes us, the habit of getting into giving the decrees is most important. Like, who is that? That was Aristotle, right? It's attributed to Aristotle, although there is also some homework that says, some research that says it's not really Aristotle, but which is, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is therefore not an act, but a habit. And that's the same thing for our mind as well. We are what we repeatedly think. We are what we repeatedly feel. We are what we repeatedly desire. We are what we repeatedly act on. Whatever we do repeatedly becomes how we are. For us to then start breaking down this, we have to slowly start breaking down our story. And how do you break down the story? And let us do some work on releasing some money blocks. And I'm going to give you just one word for that. Let me know how it makes you feel. Blocks to receiving more monies. Cleared. Money blocks. Cleared. 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 Money blocks. Cleared. Money blocks. Cleared. Cleared. Cleared and 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 cleared, removed gone, all gone. Tell me what's coming up. There are 3 parts to us that make up the vibration of what the universe picks up on. What are the 3 golden principles? As within, so without. What is this within? Is it just my thought? Is it just my feeling? Is it just my behavior? Is it just my desire? Is it just my intention? It is a sum total of all, primarily 3 things. How we think, how we feel, how we behave. And out of these, action carries the maximum vibration. If you wish to shed weight, but are having midnight snacks of chips and Coke and chocolate cake, and my sister is laughing because we've all done this and we all love to do this in my family. We will say, oh my God, we're not going to eat this. We're not going to eat this. Take away this kurkure, take away this chura, these are all crunchy munchy, snacks like to have. Take this away and we feel very good about ourselves. And then it will be 11:30 and we will open the refrigerator and take out that lovely chocolate cake from Cookie Jar, which has, I think, one of the best chocolate cakes in the world. So your vibration is the sum total of your thought, feeling, and behavior. So when I say this is being released, this is being poured into you, that you are receiving the money flow, whatever comes out could be a thought, could be a feeling, could be a behavior.
And people have started writing in. Nidhu, before that, Siddhant, who has said there are throat chakra sensations again, has also asked the question, but what if we said yes to problems in our life, neither consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously, but a soul contract that we agreed upon before we even incarnated on this physical plane?
And where do you think your soul contract is stored? Out there?
This physical plane. Right.
Your soul contract, your DNA contract. By the way, your soul contract is a sum total of what's gone on in your past lives, and then the ancestral lineage that those lessons work best in, leading to the family that you are born in. So your DNA is your soul contract. You're carrying your soul contract in every single cell of your body. So your soul contract is not in Timbuktu. So take ownership of what's going on. As within, so without. What you are saying right now is my problem itself is outside. So now what do I do? Sorry. It's not outside. I remember the secrets of the millionaire. Secrets of the Millionaire Blueprint. It's a wonderful, wonderful. It's like a book. It's like an ebook. What's this gentleman's name? Arfin Khan. Arfin Khan. And I remember there is one chapter in that, and I was like, oh my God, this is so harsh. And he was like, if you are in debt, it is not because there is debt, it's because the quality of your thoughts is so bad. If you're having all of these things in your life, it's not because of life, it's because the quality of your thoughts are so bad. Oh my God. But the fact is, he's correct. As within, my darlings, so without. I will also say this. There are 2 kinds of us. Okay. Am I letting you all know too much? Everybody's being able to receive? Yes? Awesome. Give me a big heart sign, give me a big hand sign, show me a sign. Say yes on the group. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Neelu. Thank you. Okay. There are 2 of us.
Very sorry, before you continue, for whoever's raising their hands, please know that you need to ask on the group, and that's where we will definitely be taking the questions on from. And once Nidhu explains this, we will take a bunch of your questions and responses back on.
And we'll do some personal demos also.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll do some one-on-one demos also.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Nidhu.
I get digress. I get digress very quick. Yeah. There there are two parts to us. Okay? There are two parts to all of us. And these two parts are the seeker and the student. So all of us start off as seekers. By the time we are in our teenagers, all of us have realized what we want is not happening at home. So we seek it in our friends. We seek it in our teachers. We seek it in our neighbors. We seek it in our hobbies and extracurricular activities that take place. We start seeking what it is that we want more of, or we want some of, because we haven't gotten it at home. And this seeker continues. The seeker then starts seeking through a job. The seeker then starts seeking through relationships. The seeker then starts seeking through marriage. The seeker then starts seeking through having children. In whatever way, we start off as seekers. And then there comes this point. Normally, by the time mid-30s, late 30s, definitely in our 40s, there comes this point where we start realizing old wine, new bottle. That life has become this stuck cha-cha-cha. One step forward, 12 steps back. When we realize that, we start shifting to being the student. Where the seeker, and it's not that the student is not a seeker, but where the seeker was seeking solutions outside, the student starts seeking answers inside. It's not that the student stops seeking the external solution. So not that the student gives up hope of traveling around the world, of having this incredible job at NASA. The student starts now viewing the world through the internal spectacle. The seeker is unable to do that. The seeker still needs to get to that point in their lives where that little bit of a switch takes place. Something in our brain shifts, some neuroplasticity takes place, and we start becoming the student seeker. If you are a seeker, it's wonderful that you're here. You will learn. If you are a student and that switch has taken place for you, please definitely come and do more work with the decrees. You are ideal for the decrees. If you're still seeking, not that the decrees won't work for you, they will, but your journey with them will not be very long. As you can see with the decrees, my darlings, because anything that is so quick is also evolving rapidly. The work that we are doing right now began with 4 words. And those 4 words I'm going to be sharing tomorrow on tomorrow's call. But right now, I just want you to see how quick this is. Neelu, let's do a couple of demonstrations.
Yes, absolutely. And just bringing on one or two questions here very quickly, Nidhu. And Modi has said, how do we make sure that we are focused and centered while saying decrees and not repeating just mechanically?
It's a very good question. So the seeker will do it mechanically because the seeker is thinking, money is going to come. Let me do this. Let me quickly say, money flows activated, money flows activated, money flows activated, money flows activated, money flows activated. Nidhu said, do it 22 times. Let me do it 22 times. Okay, done. The student will start realizing what's happening when you are saying the decrees. And while it's a good question, the first thing I should have told you, my girl, is that it works both ways. You can do it like this and you can do it like this. When you do it as a seeker, let me do this quickly, let me get that external solution in, the joy of working with the decrees is very limited. Then it's become a process. It's become a to-do list. Stand on your head for 30 minutes on Thursdays, break 20 coconuts on Monday. It's become a to-do list. The fun of working with the decrees is the same fun we have when we pick up Linda Goodman's star signs. Who's read Linda Goodman's star signs?
Everybody put their hands up. Everybody, do not lie on this one.
How many of you all answered today's post on what is your secret healer name? Why? Because it told you something about you. We like to know about ourselves. We love to know about ourselves. Like if you had a conversation with me and I told you your backstory, even if some of it wasn't so great, you would just feel so amazing. Why do we love PLR, past life regression? We love it because we love our stories. And when we work with the decrease, we know our stories. For the seeker, our stories is not so important as getting that external result. For the student, the story is more important than getting that external result. That story, those stories are the stories that made us who we are. And these are the stories of our life's experiences. These are the stories of our memories. Some are happy, some are not so happy. Both have defined us, both have made us. In the first part of our work that we're going to do in learning the decrease tomorrow, it's about the garden within. And this is the garden within. The garden within is the sum total of our stories. Some of these stories are weeds in the garden. Some of these stories are beautiful flowers in the garden that may have been left aside because the weeds have taken over. And so, in fact, before we take on everybody, before we take on the individual people, everybody, please close your eyes. And I want you to see this garden. I want you to see the garden of your life. How's your garden looking? Is it flourishing? Is it green? Is it white? Is it light? Is it bright? Is it vibrant? Is it radiant? Is it shining? Are there flowers? Are there trees? Do you have vegetables? Do you provide for yourself? How is your garden looking? And because you can see your garden, you can see the weeds. You can see the barren ground. You can see the bare patches. You can see how well this garden is being taken care of or not being taken care of. I want you to plant some seeds. I want you to pull out some weeds. I want you to pull out these weeds. I want you to put them in a gunny sack. And I want you to see it flying out of your body in this dimension, out of the window and into the blazing fire of the sun. Clean your garden. Garden, you are cleaner now. Gardens, you are cleaner now. Gardens, cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and more beautiful and more beautiful and more beautiful. Gardens, you can increase your beauty now. Take your time when you're back, have your turbocharged water. And by the way, the garden is only one part of the story. The weeds are the stories that we are holding on to. And remember what I said about the three vibrations. There are three ways that we vibrate: our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are defined by our stories. Cleaning the garden, de-weeding the garden, replanting the garden. This is crucial as the first step in healing. And after that, once your garden is better, once your garden can evolve, once your garden can move from 3D control fear-based to 5D, then it can become an enchanted forest.
Oh, I love that shower. Do it again, do it again.
Who's saying yes to making their gardens an enchanted forest?
All of us, me, everybody.
Oh, hands up, hands up.
Thumbs up, hands up.
Hands up,
Everything.
hands up.
Come on video and giving you a double thumbs up. And so many hands up have, reactions on the group. Hands up, thumbs up, videos have come on, they're putting their thumbs up. And the screen just went rapidly, went tuck, 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 tuck. And I think you and I have like gone to the other slide now because I can only see everybody's major, happy, excited responses in.
Super.
So,
first step, we got to clean that garden. How is your garden looking now? Who's coming up for a personal demo?
Nidhu, Nivedita is here. I do remember something about that. But however, here's the thing. There are people here, Sia, Veenu, Priyanka, Akansha. I'm just going to look. Do you want me to just, maybe you get them on because they know nothing about the decrees.
Yes.
So do you want 2, 3 on, or just let me just look for one person?
Right now, just look for one. Let me know if they've also mentioned what it is they're dealing with. What's your story? And what's this weed in your garden? And what can we do to pull it out rapidly? So by the way, what we did just now was a combination of multidimensional work as well as the decrees. And multidimensional work is a non-verbal part of healing, because there is no way that we can go through our lives expressing everything that has taken place. We need to combine verbal plus non-verbal. And in my trainings, otherwise also, in my group calls also, there's always this combination of non-verbal, multidimensional stuff. I love multidimensional work, along with the decrees, often also along with some mudras or handholds. Today, we're not doing any mudras or handholds, but they also show up. Sometimes they're just sounds that we make. I'm running ahead of myself. Tell me, Neelu, who's coming on?
I can see Veenu is here. Veenu, I've sent you a request to unmute, and if you can come on video, that would be fantastic. And Nidhu, while I did have a look at what everybody had written, I'm sorry, Veenu, if you had written it in and I missed it. If you can just let us. Hi, there you are.
Am I audible?
Hi, Veenu.
Veenu this side. Hello, ma'am. Thank you very much. I had a wonderful experience with you. It was just amazing. Thank you very much to both of you and to the group also. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have lots more coming up. You're going to have many more wonderful experiences. Tell me, Veenu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I help you?
I just don't even know. I'm very much confused. Want to be a healer for others, for myself. And at present, my son is going to give the NEET exam. So actually, I am confused what to wish for, or like you realized this thing. We are confused from the back of our head.
Right. So now, what is the one thing that Veenu has said? Practitioners could be practitioners, would be practitioners, want to be practitioners. What is the thing you will pick up on what Veenu has said? She has mentioned her situation, but there's one thing that is very obvious because she has said it not just once, a couple of times, and it's clearly what she's dealing with. And what she's dealing with is confusion. How is Veenu going to find answers? Obviously, the answers lie on the other side of the confusion, right? So what we want to do, this is Veenu, the thing that is making it houseful that she needs to clear for something else to come in is confusion. What are we going to do? We are going to let it go. So Veenu, already I've taken out quite a bit of your confusion. So on a scale of 0 to 10, Veenu, how much is the confusion? Where 0 is not at all and 10 is very high.
I must say it's 8.
6?
8.
8. And where do you feel this confusion in the body? Like, how do you know you're 8 confused? Do you feel it in your head? Do you feel it in your ears? Do you feel it you feel it over here?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Everybody else, my darlings, who's dealing with confusion, let Neelu know, let the group know, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is not at all and 10 is very high confusion, how much is your confusion?
In fact, Nidhu, Archana's already written in saying, so similar situation, Veenu. Siddhant has written lack of clarity. Sajid has written confusion. And now and he's also asked, can we have a decrease for winning an online lottery prize?
I'll definitely give it to you. I give this all very, very, very freely. But remember this, my darlings. You must remember the X factor. The X factor always plays out. Karmane vadika raste ma faleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur bhurmate akostva sangostva akarmani. I have the right to action. I do not have the right to the fruits of the action. I will give you decrees for whatever you want. And by the way, yeah,
sorry,
lottery, right? Lottery wins, right? So lottery wins, you can happen now. Lottery wins, you can take place now. Lottery wins, you can come to me now. Lottery wins increased. Winning and winning and winning and winner and winner and winning and winning and winner and winner and winner and smiling and smiling and
I saw Kulpreet with every last of her. She was like receiving it, expanding on it. Rashida is like clappy, happy, clappy, happy. Sorry, clapping, happy, and
so have more people let us know the scale of confusion.
And pretty high numbers in about the confusion. Kulpreet says 9, Swati says 8, Lakshmi 7, N Modi says 8, Kavita says 9, Priyanka 8, Neeta 9, Ailing, I hope I pronounced that correctly, says 6, Miss Dave says 8, Diane says 9, Berlin says 9, 51462 says 2, Vandana says 8, Archana 9, Bhairavi 9,
please
789, 789, 10. Garin is on a 10. And
please unmute her. Please unmute her. The one who's on 10. Yeah.
Good. That's
and
cool.
the ones who are at a 9.
Unmute all of them?
Or at least 3-4 of them.
Okay. You know what? I'm just Garin's right here. I've sent a request.
Yeah, don't worry, my love. You coordinate that. While you're doing that, where is our Veenu gone?
Veenu's right here. Veenu, did you? Yes, I think she muted herself. Okay. I'm just sending her a request.
Yeah, Veenu, if you're more comfortable off video, no worries, ma. It is one of the rules on the Tele Summit that it's good to be on video. So Neelu brings it up. But if you would rather be off video also, don't worry. No problem. Okay. So Veenu had an 8 confusion over here. And we found that on the group, this is being mirrored with a number of others as well, including somebody who's at a 10 and quite a few who are at a 9. Let us see what happens in 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. Who's keeping tab of what's going to happen in 5 seconds? Veenu, will you keep tab?
I will. I was going to say, I'll do it. Don't worry.
5 seconds, okay? In 5 seconds, let us see what takes place.
And there are quite a few people who are unmuted now. I'm so sorry, just for the sake of the quality of the call. If I hear background, I'm just going to put them back on mute.
Please, if you have background sound, just let Neelu know as well, and she won't unmute you. Veenu, 3 times. I just want you to say confusion released.
Confusion released. Confusion released. Confusion released. Confusion released.
Okay, and now we'll wait for 5 seconds. Tick, tick 1, tick, tick 2, tick, tick 3, tick, tick 4, tick, tick 5. Veenu, where your confusion was at an 8 and over here, what is happening here and how much is your confusion now?
Tabbing was gone. Muscles are now relaxed. Feeling like I was having too much pressure on my eyes and over here, but now it's relieved.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So you're feeling, because the opposite of confusion is calm, clarity, right? Because in confusion, there is so much hyperactivity going on in this area, right? And it can happen here. You can have emotional confusion here as well. Okay, 5 seconds. And how long did it take you to say confusion released, Veenu? 3 seconds?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Isn't it incredible? Isn't it amazing? First, the key to all answers only calm when you're calm. So whatever her confusion right now, want to be a healer, don't know how to start, should I start, son's got exams, maybe I should wait a little longer, I'm getting a little impatient. Now this Tele Summit has shown up, which means the universe has given me an opportunity to learn. It's confusing, but in calmness, all answers come. Now, Veenu, the other thing with confusion is that it is usually backed by a lot of self-doubt. Do you have self-doubt?
Yes.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how much is your self-doubt?
I think it's 7.
7. And when do you feel this self-doubt? Where do you start questioning yourself all the time? Like you know what to do, you decide what to do, then you talk yourself out of it.
Yes. Yes.
So this is 7, you said. And where do you feel the self-doubt?
Like frankly speaking, I want to be a healer, but sometimes I think I need to learn more. I need to be more confident. I need to go ahead in learning. Should I start? But just today you given a point, release, attract, release, attract. So I think if I start teaching others or healing others, maybe my attraction and acceptance will be more. I don't know if I'm correct or not, but shayad I got this point from you.
Okay. So I will not question it. It's a wonderful conversation. I will say one thing, my darlings, for all of y'all very new to the journey. One of the biggest successful healers tip I can give you with is wear your own oxygen mask first. Be your own biggest client. Would you go to a doctor who is studying, is an intern, or who has his own practice? Who would you go to? You would go to the one who has his own practice, right? Not somebody who's doing it for a hobby, not somebody who's having fun with it, not somebody who's doing it on the side. So if you would like to get to a point where you are working with people, where you are training people, where you are teaching people, first, finish your studies, finish your graduation, do your internship. A healer is not different from a doctor. In fact, I believe that we spend our whole lives to get to this point. A doctor goes to 5 years of medical school, then he goes to 2 years of internship. I feel like those who are practitioners, they have spent years and years of their lives doing it. But you want to follow the same path. You want to spend time studying. You want to spend time applying it to yourself. You want to spend time in internship. What is an internship? Interns get paid hardly anything and they work like mad beasts. An internship is where you work with family and friends, where you learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. When I didn't know that this is the work I was going to do, and I was just sharing what I was doing for myself, because I've always loved this kind of work. I always like to do it. And when I was studying energies, and I was studying EFT, and I was studying chakras, and then I was sharing with all my family, with all my friends. I worked with almost 80 people in those 1.5 to 2 years. And when I look back, I understood so much, not just about how energies work, but also how clients work. Not every client is the same as the other. Some client will not shift as easily. What do you do there? Some client really doesn't want to shift, they just want to talk. What do you do there? Some client is going to haggle with you for money. What do you do then? My internship was so long, and I didn't even know it was internship. I can tell you this only in retrospect. But I also saw how a practitioner really studies and works exactly like a doctor does. Your internship is crucial. Veenu, you said 7, self-doubt. And where is this self-doubt in the body? Where do you feel it? Sorry. Yeah. And you can say, I don't know. It's fine. No problem. It's fine. That's fine. So, but you know that it is a 7 self-doubt. Check again. Is it another number? Is it 9 or 6? Still feels like 7?
No, it's not 6. Maybe it's 9, but not 6. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now 3 times you're going to say.
Not less than 7. It's not.
Okay, so we'll go with 7. So 3 times you're going to say self-doubt removed.
Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed. Self-doubt removed.
बेटा एक मिनट रुको.
Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5, and check. Where it was 7, how much is it now? Are you looking very hard for it, Veenu? Like, किधर गया इसको मिलूं तो सही वापस. How much is it, Veenu? And how are you feeling?
Like crying. Feeling like crying.
Go ahead, my girl. Sometimes, especially for the sensitive and the gentle amongst us, when good things happen, it's a little too much to receive. Like I know that, the kindness of strangers has moved me so much to tears, because you don't expect it, when that goodness comes, it's almost like it hurts. Go ahead, Veenu, go ahead. It's fine, my girl. Enjoy how you're feeling and allow yourself to cry. Tears give so much relief to the lungs and the chest. We always feel better after we've cried. There's this other program I'm doing, which has to do with the perfect weight. And we are doing this 10-second workout on that group. And today I gave a decree on that group, and somebody on that group said, this made me cry so much. And then when I checked with her, she said, yes, I always feel better after I cry. Yes, I have cried. Please cry, always cry in peace. Honor your tears. They are one of the body's natural healing mechanisms. Tears, laughter, fever. Fever is the body's natural healing mechanism. Headaches, fever's body's natural healing mechanism. Disease is the body's natural healing mechanism. It's just that we've moved so far away from ourselves and how our bodies work and our energies work that we've made it a bad thing and a wrong thing. It's not. It's just the body in a healing crisis, that this is how it has to now work in order to survive to the next day. But more on that another time. Neelu, can you check with the people that we unmuted? How are you all doing?
In fact, they are all here, Nidhu. I'll just call their names out, let them come on themselves and let you know. And I can see Kulpreet right there, ready and waiting. I think all the doing of that also helps somewhere.
Yeah, I was
Go
doing
ahead.
the decree. I was like, I should have called with Ma. So nice to meet you. Your decrees work wonders. The money one, the weight one, whenever I'm stressed out, it really works. It's like magical.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kulpreet, you said you were at 9. So
Yeah.
what's your update on that?
After you said confusion, the decree for the confusion, it came down to 7. I felt lighter at the heart after that. But I still get like, I want to do something, but my health always restrict me. Like I try my best to work on it. And I try to open something like small, like, just like a hobby, which turns into some kind of like a bigger picture, like a business. But my health always comes in the way, and I just try to like let go or try to make it better. But after a few days, it just makes me come down to zero again. Then I have to climb up again. Then again I fall. Like it just keeps on going and going. So
I understand, my girl, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I also want to say this to you all, my darlings. For those of you all who are already on the healing journey, you know this. For those of you all who are going to start your healing journey by teaching yourself how to heal, this back and forth is normal in healing. This back and forth will happen. Like for example, in the Perfect Weight program, one of the things that I prepare everybody for is that you will feel unwell. You will have you'll have a headache, you'll have an ache, you'll feel feverish, you'll not feel like doing anything, you'll just want to lie down, you'll feel a little weak. It will happen, because this is how the toxins in the body, the acidity in the body, the limiting beliefs in the body function. They pull you back, then you move forward. Pull you back, then you move forward. The truth is, my girl, you're never really falling to zero. What always happens in the healing journey is you're here, then you go here, then you fall. But you don't fall here. You fall here. Then you move up a little bit more, then you fall here. Then you move up a little bit more, then you fall here. Because Kulpreet, I feel like we spoke once before, and I feel like I can remember that you were wearing this light green outfit, and I feel like you are 1,000 times better from then.
With the pain you can leave now. After that, for a week, I was at peace. My nerve pain didn't come back. And now whenever I have that, I say, pain you can leave now, pain you can leave now. And you are right. Like earlier, whenever I used to meditate, I used to feel sick really bad. Like my heart, my lungs, they just like I'll be on bed. But now, like you have said, yes, I go here, I come here, but that's true. I realized right now. Yes, yes.
Nice. Well done, my girl. Well done. Because when we begin the healing journey, all the accumulated stories, all the accumulated weeds start wanting to go out, because this body, this mind, all wants to become this garden. Which is why the first program coming up, which is starting tomorrow itself, is the garden, where we will take care of our garden, where we will make sure our garden is absolutely fine. Because remember what's going to happen after that, right? From the garden, we are going to move to the enchanted forest. But tomorrow, we're going to take care of the garden. Everything that you want is in that garden. The weeds that you don't want, also in that garden. So we're going to clear that garden. But thank you so much, Kulpreet. It's so nice to see you, my girl. And I'm just so delighted that you are so much better than when we last spoke. And you will continue to be. Every day in every way, you are better and better. Every day in every way, you are all better and 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 best.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, my girl. Thank you. Neelu, how is everybody else doing? How is their confusion? How is their self-doubt?
Siddhant's right here. He was at an 8. Siddhant?
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Siddhant.
Hello, Nidhu ji. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. And you're visible
My
also.
confusion. Yes, I just thought that it would be like appropriate. Like if I get a chance, then it's appropriate on my side to become visible. I mean, courtesy demands. And yes, my confusion is down to 5 now. And it's strange that whenever, like while listening to the decrees, I start getting more and more insights. Intuition starts working a bit more, I suppose, a bit more clearly. And like before at the time of the call, all I was thinking was that I need decrees for finances. I need decrees for finances. But while being on the call, especially while listening to decrees on confusion, things started like I started getting insights that instead of focusing on decrees on finance, I should focus on decrees for being able to utilize my talents. Like that I already have everything within me.
Go ahead.
And it's just that like the thing right now that the garden is like right now is a bit like a jumbled mess. Like things are there, but I'm not able to make use of them in a coherent manner, like a shiny object syndrome or whatever
Yeah.
the reason might be there. But yes, I mean, but because of that, I'm not able to use my talents in a proper way, in a coherent way. And because of that, I'm not able to achieve the outcomes which I know I'm capable of, which I know I have the talent for. So I was thinking that it would be better for me if I have the decrees to sort out my internal state so that I'm able to achieve I'm able to put my talents to the right use. That's what is coming right now.
I want to gently remind everybody the importance of what Siddhant said. He said, I feel like my intuition's working better. Why does our intuition start working better with the decrees? Because our connection to ourselves improves. Why does our connection to ourselves improve? Because our stories start revealing themselves. The garden starts getting clearer. All our gifts are in that garden as well. When you start working on that garden, guaranteed intuition, clairvoyance, instinct, awareness, everything starts increasing. One of the words that Siddhant has used, he said, my garden's a little bit of a jumble. Siddhant, what is the opposite of a jumble? What is the opposite of jumbled?
Organized.
Organized.
Or
clarity. Clarity as well. Let me give you this direct one. And I want you to say it 4 times only. And tell me what happens. Okay? So you're going to say, unjumbled, 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 unjumbled.
Unjumbled, 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 unjumbled.
Tick, tick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did it make you feel? What showed up for you? If you need another 5 seconds, take another 5 seconds. But the first thing you want to check is how the body reacted.
The body is like, I'm feeling, like the heat especially around the chest, near the heart. There's some like, as if like as if I've done some kind of an upper body workout. But I'm definitely feeling a lot of heat.
Right. Now, heat is anger. Heat is anger. Heat is resentment, and you are being told that thing that is therefore being released. It's releasing. You need not have to work on it, but you may have to work on it tomorrow. You may have to check on it tomorrow. Right now, it's releasing. Perhaps all of it will release. That what you have to work on is the anger. When we have anger in the heart, it always has to do with an anger with somebody that we've been in a relationship with. Whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a sister, whether it's a parent, whether it's a sibling, it's somebody you have had a relationship with, and that anger with that person is in the way. What can you do about that? That is part of the enchanted forest work. It's slightly advanced work, but my God, it is life-changing. Absolutely. Like Veena, for example, she had this mother-in-law, and this mother-in-law was that kind of mother-in-law who, when she and her husband would go over, her mother-in-law would do things like take out the husband's childhood photographs that just had her and him. And everybody's sitting at the table, and the mother-in-law would be saying, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Like, can you imagine how the wife feels? Like, then she would do things like she would take her son's hand. She would say, Santosh, come with me into the kitchen. Then she would it was just obnoxious. And Veena's changed her relationship with her mother-in-law in a matter of weeks. There was Virajini, whose sister was sister and actually sisters. She lives abroad, they live in India. There's all of this conflict and jealousy and going on. So the sisters would make programs and not let her know. Like how bad she would feel, right? And particularly one sister would lead this, the sister who's always been in the maximum competition with her. Virajini changed her relationship with her sister. Her sister now calls. Veena's mother-in-law now genuinely shows affection and care for her, and she no longer catches Santosh's arm and takes him into the kitchen. She, in fact, now tries to bake cakes that Veena likes. Like, that's the extent they've gone. Like Andrea, like Andrea is in a difficult marriage. And when she started doing the name dropping, which is this advanced relationship work, when she started doing the name dropping, she realized two things. One, she does not want to leave him, even though he's a certain way. And that's fine. None of this is about you having to leave a toxic situation or a relationship. What it's about is making sure that you have changed what's inside so that what's outside changes. And how can it not change? Because God helps those who help themselves, and you are helping yourselves with the decrees. The moment you've done that, this has gone up, so your outside reality also has to go up. So what Andrea decided was that she was finding it easier to deal with her husband. And somewhere she got a confirmation, I don't want to leave. And yet she sent me a testimonial and a thank you note to say, because of the decrees, I can live with him easier. So whatever it takes, relationships are part of the enchanted forest work. Because first, you want to understand your story. First, you want to understand how to take care of your garden. When you start working on the garden, little bit switch from seeker to student happens. And then you're ready for the next level of work, which is the enchanted forest work. How are you feeling now, Siddhant? How is the heat releasing from the chest? Has it released completely?
The rate has reduced, but it is still going on. I mean, I can totally relate to all that you said, that anger with someone with whom you had a relationship, because I have anger, or rather repressed anger, with my siblings also, and with my mother and father also. Unfortunately, mother and father passed away, and it's like you kind of realize their importance once they go away. It's kind of that. So some sadness also, that I know I wanted to communicate certain things that I could not, which I am not able to do now. So that sadness is also there. But with siblings right now, and I mean, the thing is that I used to be very empathic as a child. So what I now realize is that I used to, like, for me, emotions would be like if someone feels an emotions at the level of a 3, I used to feel emotions at the level of a 6 or a 7.
Beautiful.
Any emotion.
Beautiful.
So I suppose because of that, my blocks kind of were bigger, and my effects were stronger. That's the reason why like I face certain setbacks, both emotionally and financially, and because of which on Facebook I keep the visibility of, because I just wanted to run away from the world and become a hermit or something. but that is not the way, because I realized that we have to face our issues. And I am very, very grateful that I don't know, by chance I got to heard that session on UL's revolution. And from then I found out about you, Nidhu ma'am, and again, because I have been through a lot of stuff, so financially I was not able to connect with you. I remember posting on Facebook also that, okay, may the universe help me in some way, and I'm very grateful that today it manifested. I was out of nowhere, I got to experience a one-on-one session with you, and I'm very, very grateful for that also.
Thank you,
and
Siddhant.
I have been continuously, like, I have selected, like, there are so many degrees. So again, the shiny object syndrome makes you like, okay, what to do. Okay, I do a bit of this, I do a bit of that. But then I just read a very interesting quote that becoming successful is not the goal. Building habits that lead you to success is the goal.
Absolutely.
And that comes with being consistent.
Absolutely.
So I just select one degree, and I've been consistently doing that ever since. And whatever good things have happened, I attribute to that degree. So thank you once again.
Fantastic. Again, you see, you make the switch from seeker to that student, because the seeker asks me, okay, what should I do next? And how many times should I do it? And should I do it in the morning? Should I repeat it in the evening? Because the goal is the outside end result. But when you understand, and it's easier for the emotional person to understand, and I will say, Siddhant, that for you, life would have felt tougher because the emotional intensity would have made it tougher. So where everybody was feeling the angst at a 3 and you were feeling the angst at a 9, no wonder you wanted to run away. And I think that the key the key to your success, the key to your future happiness, the key to you being settled in joyful, conscious relationships is to manage your emotions. And therefore, let me also say this for you, Siddhant, you can manage your emotions much better now. Siddhant, you can manage your emotions much better now. Siddhant, you used to not be able to manage your emotions, not anymore. Now you can manage your emotions absolutely fine. And you see what happens for you in the next few days as you go on. All the best, Siddhant.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And everybody else, please do let me know on the group, because I just crossed my mind as I was giving Siddhant this decree, that I have promised you all that I'm going to show you all how to make your own decree. Like, how do you make your own decree? And the way to make your own decree is very easy. But first, Neelu, please tell me, everybody else who had the confusion, how are they doing? It was at a 9, it was at a 10. How are they?
Yeah, there was some that I had sent the request to, but I'd maybe not seen it or couldn't come on. But Garin's here.
Hi.
On audio and video, and I've never seen such pin drop background silence while she's been live through and through. She's been live throughout the time you've been speaking to everybody else. Garin is the one who was at 10.
Tell us, my girl, how are you now?
First of all, thank you for everything you've done. Always you were there for all of us. And your presence is so important for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm better, and I wrote that always it's more comforting when you're around. Yes, I am confused, I am scared, I am in everything. There is a lot going on, changes that I have to take care of it. I'm going to go back to work after a closing of a 1.5 years.
Wow.
So it's a big challenge.
Right.
It's a very big challenge.
What if you go through it smoothly? What if you look forward to these challenges? What if you are up to this challenge? What if you emerge a victorious winner, winning and winning and winning and winning and smiling and winning and winning and smiling and winner and winner and winner and winner? Wish you all the very best, Garin. I'm so glad that to whatever extent your confusion's a little down, because confusion just makes things worse, because there's so much uncertainty, so much self-doubt. We lack so much confidence when the confusion comes, because we're hoping to make choices where we don't pay a very big price. We're hoping to get it right. And of course, some things we will and some things we won't. Sometimes we win and sometimes we learn. All the very best, my girl. Keep us posted.
Thank you. And keep your light shining.
Thank you, my girl. Thank you. Thank you. All right. My darlings, 5 ways to make your own decrees.
Yeah. Nidhu, very quickly, just before you do that, really glad you're doing that, because there have been questions pouring in about, is there any decree for procrastination? I'm feeling, Sujata's written, feeling so bored and sleepy. Please give a decree right now. Please, Nidhu.
You could be feeling bored and sleepy because maybe you do wish to lie down for a bit. We also get very bored when we don't get to do what it is that we want to do. When we've just adjusted and compromised and we're just giving to somebody, it gets very boring. What is it that you really want to do? Rest for a while, the answer will definitely come.
Right. And again, please, Sadhna says, please guide in such mother-in-law, sister-in-law relationships. Punita says, healing relationship with husband. Dolly says, are there decrees to achieve targets in a few days? A lot of these have come in. So for everybody who's asked for a decree for something or the other, here you go.
Okay. So 5 ways to make your own decree. First of all, what is a decree? A decree is, you've seen the speed, my darlings. It's seconds. Seconds to say it seconds to experience the shift, seconds to realize the result. And you will see the tangible external result as well in your lives. To make a decree, which is a divine command, which is a cosmic command, which is the language of light, not light language, language of light, which is the language of 5D, which is a very high vibrational place. In order to do this, you just need to remember these 5 simple words. Neelu, can everybody have these words? Okay. One of these words is yes.
Yes, Sidhu, we're getting it done.
Okay. Yeah, take your time, my darlings. I'm going to just explain. So one of these words is yes. Now, everybody, please close your eyes. Inside the top of your head, I want you to think this sentence. I am fine. Now, when I ask you to think a sentence, but I'm saying the sentence, it'll take you a couple of moments to switch from listening to my voice, hearing the voice inside the ear, and then being able to think it on your own inside the head. So take your time. I want you to think, I am fine. Now I would like you to add, yes, I am fine. See what happens. Now I want you to think, yes, I am fine now. And now I want you to think, wow, yes, I am fine now. I am fine, increased. Take your time, have some water. And finally, all the parts of me that are not fine, removed. So you say this out loud. So don't do the removed in the head. In the head, we want to do the neutral sentence, the positive sentence, and the increased, decreased sentence. The releases, always make sure that you say out loud. The parts of me that are not fine, removed, released, cleared, cancelled, gone, all gone. You can choose just one word. How are you doing? Yes, wow, now. These 3 words instantly make everything a decree. What's your favorite affirmation? Let us say your favorite affirmation is, and there was quite a bit on the group around finances, so perhaps your favorite affirmation is, I am rich, right? Add these words, make it a decree, see what happens in minutes, seconds, and 24 hours. Yes, I am rich now. Wow. Yes, I am rich now. Yes, I am rich now. wow. And for those of y'all who get this with the English language, you make rich a verb. So I am richer now. There's your decree. Your affirmation is now a decree. Every day, in every way, I am better and better now. This is a noble affirmation. A noble affirmation has been given the pedestal of being above a regular affirmation. Decrees are some 20,000 pedestals above that. But if you take an affirmation, like everybody's got Louis Hayes, you take Louis Hayes' sentences for whatever it is that you're dealing with, add yes, wow, now, and make them decrees. It's amazing. And ask me about that. And I want to say this as well, my darlings. When you learn the decrees, and the decrees are a language, what are you going to do when you go to school and you have to learn a language? What is the first thing that you pick up in school? So you'll pick up your color pencils, you'll pick up your pencils, you'll pick up your stationery, but you'll also pick up a notebook, right? Right? A notebook like this. Yes? So the first thing you want to do with the decrees.
Nidhu, wait. Sorry. I got one better than yours, and you heard that time because I just got out to run to get it. It is work in progress. But wait, can you see? Can you see? Can you see?
So Neelu has her personalized notebook for the decrees. For everybody who picks up the package and comes along for the training, whether it's tomorrow's training or whether it's the advanced training, you are going to get a link with your name that you can go to a printer and ask him to adjust to whatever size that you want. There's the front and there is the back. But having a journal, having a notebook is most important. And I don't know if Nishi is here, and I know that Nishi has her own journal as well. But this, my darlings, for those of y'all who came on to the call, who already came on with a notepad and a pen, you are an ideal candidate. Come for the decrees because you have transitioned from the seeker to the student seeker.
Nidhu, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is very simple.
Yeah.
You did the 10-second challenge.
Yeah.
With money. And then you also just here are the 5 words. Go make your decrees. So training done, no?
We have not even touched the tip of the iceberg. I shouldn't call it an iceberg. We haven't even touched the tip of this delicious ice cream cone. Like I have just shown you the cone. And I am saying, come for the ice cream. Have the ice cream. And I have made, so my darling, so here's the thing. Because there are two of us as in there are 2 kinds of us. There is the seeker and there is the student. So what I've done is for the seeker, I have made a package which is like a no-brainer that you can just come on for, that you can spend some time with. But this is important. Huh? Journal you have to have. Everybody has to show me their journal on the first day of class. So,
Nidhu, give me a moment. Let me just screen share your.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a quick moment.
And however you want to do it, you can spiral bind it. You can keep it just the way that I have, which is I wanted a hard bind, and I have a ruled copy inside. Maybe you would like it blank. However you like it. Maybe you would like it checked. I was very fond of these very tiny, tiny, tiny checks as well. Who is this girl? Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm hoping that by tomorrow's call, your bindies are going to be back.
Oh, yes, there will be. I wanted to try out something else with today's bindis, but tomorrow, definitely.
Okay.
My bindis are going to be back.
With
All
a
right.
bang.
Package A, The Garden Within. Crash course in Saturn's decrees. What I have given you is actually the next level of Saturn's decrees. Saturn's decrees is 4 words. Let me not give it to you right now, but it's 4 words. And Saturn's decrees is the foundation of all decrees. For any advanced level learning, you need Saturn's decrees. In fact, Saturn's decrees itself has various levels, but we're going to do a crash course tomorrow so that you are ready for the advanced level. What does this mean? It means some part of you might enjoy so much this process of connecting with yourself, realizing your stories, realizing your insights that the student seeker might awaken. Because that is what package B is. Yes? Remember that, my darlings? There's the garden within, and then there's the enchanted forest. So the garden within, we are going to have for about 1.5 hours, and we will have the 6 p.m. tomorrow. And 1.5, I'm saying 1.5 hours, but keep 2 hours in hand till about 8 p.m. And we're going to learn. Thank you, Neelu, for beginning to put that up. We're going to learn the 5 stages of healing. We're going to learn the clearing decree. We're going to learn the attracting decree. We're going to learn the family decree. This is very important because at the end of the day, my darlings, there's nothing going on with you that's not part of the family or from the family or for the family. Like, I'll tell you this, it's like Christine. So Christine was doing this, Christine was doing this money workshop. And by the way, what a stupendous result. Christine got scammed of $10,000 and she was doing the money work and she got from the scammer $8,000 back. And as she then continued her work, I want to tell you, she mentioned how, one second. She mentioned how she was actually realizing how I feel like the only way to live is by living through my mother's dream. I want to live for me, but I had to do it to save her. I used to believe I can only live in abundance through someone else, which is my mother's story. She had to provide for me as a single mom. She was always exhausted and depressed. Working was a burden, a torture. This pattern recreated itself with my father who left, didn't pay anything. So I learned that men give or take money as well as security. Where in your realizing of the stories, you will realize the importance of how you are living your family's story. You think you're angry, I guarantee you it's coming from the family. You think you're depressed, I guarantee you it's in the family. Our baggages, our burdens, as well as our blessings, everything comes from there. And therefore, when we start unraveling this story and we start seeing how the pattern is, it makes us, again, that sense of connection. Like when we find out that we are Aries and that we are children of Mars and that we like to take action, something it does for us, something beautiful it does for us. It opens something for us. It immediately takes us into another vibration. And that we're going to do tomorrow. So 5 single word decrees. So I'm going to give you 5 more words than the words we have done today. And then we are going to do the plural decree. Plural decree is very important. So I had kept this aside, but I don't want to move this right now. So let me give you one of the examples of like when you have to work with me, when you do a session with me, you have a form you have to fill out, like an outtake form. You mention what is going on because I don't know if Neelu mentioned this, but my sessions are for 10 minutes because everything is so quick. You don't need more than that. And I have in those 10 minutes also enough times where in 2 minutes the session is over. 5 minutes, the session is over. Then we chat about other things. How's your cat? How's the weather? We chat about other things. I do have 30-minute sessions, but those are very VIP and very unique. For the most part, my sessions are only 10 minutes. So in those 10 minutes, let us say you get an email like this. Let us say you get a client like this. Okay, you get a client that says, I have shoulder pain. I have arthritis. I had an accident 5 years back. So I have steel in my spine. I am beginning to have the first round of high BP. I am beginning to also be diagnosed for diabetes. My hair is falling out. My teeth are getting loose. I wish to lose weight. What are you going to do, my darlings? How do you handle this? Where do you go from here? For those of you all who are practitioners, tell me, what do you do? Or don't tell me. Come for the call tomorrow, because I will tell you, that's when we use the plural decree. How do you use a decree for multiple things going on at the same time? And all of us have stuff going on at the same time. Right? It's never one thing, right? It's never, we usually think it's one thing. If we get the money, everything will be okay. If I get the dream job, everything will be okay. If I get somehow to marry Shah Rukh Khan, everything will be okay. I think it's that one thing. It's not. It's always a number of things going on. How do you deal with your client or yourself or your family member who has a number of things going on? We're going to do that tomorrow. And after you have finished tomorrow, and by the way, I haven't even told you what a super steal deal tomorrow's call is on. But once you finish tomorrow, you also get a certificate. And it's a certificate that says that you have completed the crash course in Saturn's decrees. And it also says that you can do this now for family and friends. You can't charge them, but you can work professionally and in an official capacity with them now. And how much is
fabulous? Okay.
How much would you all pay for this? But you know what? Let me just tell you. Oh, and there's a bonus as well. Thank you so much, Nilu. So the bonus is on Sunday, and it's part of the full moon call. So the decrees have all been given to me in times of retrogrades. And retrogrades are when planets ostensibly move backward. Ostensibly means an illusion. And when a planet moves backward, the challenges of that particular time are revealed. And the decrees were the lessons, the learnings, the answers, and the solutions to those particular times. The decrees are not limited to those times. They were given to further understand life, the universe, and everything. And Uranus is going retrograde tomorrow. So Uranus is all about getting out of comfort zone. And maybe you've noticed that for yourself in the last few weeks, that you're being pushed, you're being pulled, you're being made to do some other things apart from what you want to do. Like, you just want to say, like, just leave me alone, just let me do what I want to do, just let things continue the way they were continuing, because that's the power of comfort zone, right? Comfort zone is what our habit is. But remember, we are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly think. We are what we repeatedly feel. All of these become our habits. All of these become our comfort zones. And all of these keep us stuck and limited. But 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 step at a time, 1 decree at a time, slowly, gently, all of us holding hands together, we're going to walk out of our comfort zone. How do you do that? How do you make it easy? That's your call on Sunday, and it is part of this package tomorrow. And this package would normally cost you 12,300 rupees and USD 225. Who's paying me this?
I jumped the screen, sorry.
Hands up. Who's paying me this? Come on, say yes. Say yes. Say yes, I'm going to pay you double.
Double, triple, quadruple.
I'm going to pay you triple. I can't wait to do this. I've already given my order for a notebook. I've already got another notebook till I get this. Come on, my darlings. Okay. Do you know how much this is available for? Only 724 rupees and USD 33 because it's a crash course. The normal package is about $440 and 28 to 33,000 rupees. And when you get to the advanced level, like which is the advanced level that we're going to go to next, those are the kind of prices that we will be charging. But at this point, at the crash course, for you to learn enough to do it for yourself, for your family, for your friends, spend time with it, come back for the advanced course either this time around or another time. Here it is. Don't forget, you have the bonus call, the Uranus retrograde bonus call, how to get out of your comfort zone in seconds. And you're also going to get your personalized personalized notebook cover link.
Again, something on the other keeps dropping.
Yes, you're going to get that. Nilu, show your name at the bottom. So when you pick this up, you have to give us your name very clearly, because that is the name that our in-house designer is going to put together and then send you your particular link.
There it is.
Yeah. Can't wait to see this notebook, Nilu.
Yes.
Can't wait. So first of all, how many people coming? Thank you, Kulpreet. How many people coming? Yay! Can I get some more hands here? Fantastic. Fantastic. I want you to put it down in the group. Say, yes, I'm coming.
In fact, Nidhu, just a quick question here. Why remove weeds? The weeds, right?
It's remove weeds. Okay, so yeah, it's remove the weeds. It's remove weeds. You know, the weeds signifies that you know the weeds. But it's like how you had this insight, Neil, that
Right.
there's nothing you do not know all the weeds that you have. Let me quickly take you to your advanced level, my darlings. Your advanced level is the level where let me show you. Let me show you. And I was playing around with some gold and all, but I didn't do a very good job. I want somebody on my team to please do this. I want some gold. I want some silver. I want some glitter. I want some stardust. And this. Your advanced level, my darlings, your advanced level is Jupiter's decrees. Jupiter's decrees, you know, Jupiter, he's very loving. He's very gentle. He's very kind. He's very generous. He's very benevolent. You know, he's a philanthropist. He's that happy uncle who will show up and say, what you doing? Let's go get an ice cream. Your mother is saying, sit down, finish your homework. You have to go to sleep soon. There's school tomorrow. And he'll say, it's okay. Let's go. You know, that's Jupiter. Everybody loves Jupiter. So when Jupiter's lessons came for how our stories are related to memories, and how the memory that is the most traumatic, that is the heaviest and the densest and the most painful and the most regretful is actually what becomes the weed in the garden. When you take a look at that memory, you will also start seeing how that memory invariably has to do with a member of the family. For all of us who've had this understanding that when I'm doing this work, it reminds me of how my mother used to talk to me. It reminds me of that thing my father said to me. You must come. You know, the enchanted forest actually begins with us being Arjuna. You know who Arjuna is? Arjuna is the Vajra Mushti word. Vajra Mushti is the highest level of warrior. There is no warrior higher than a Vajra Mushti warrior. The Vajra Mushti warrior Arjun, in the Song of the Lord, which is our book, the Gita, he sat down in the battlefield like this. This is how the Gita begins. I am in sorrow. I am in so much grief. I can't do this. Don't ask me to kill my uncle, my teacher, my cousins, my loved ones, my family. It is better that I die today than I take the step. And his charioteer, Lord Krishna, starts telling him. And what he tells him is the song of the Lord. It's the Gita. And I remember years back when I went to class and I sat down over there and I heard this and I wept 1,000 unshed tears because I knew what was being told to me. I knew why I had landed up in class and what was actually being said in this song of the Lord, which is that your family will hold you back, that the limitations you have are from your family, that for those of us who show up on the healing journey, we didn't show up here because we had fabulous, loving, nurturing, supportive, encouraging parents. We showed up here because there was pain, there was hurt, and there was trauma. And for us to be Arjun, that means you must understand why you've got to go through that field, why you've got to go down that road, why you must let go of the things you are carrying for your family and from your family. I no longer need to be limited by my father's limitations. I no longer need to be limited by my mother's limitations. I no longer need to carry, mimic, imitate my mother's illnesses or diseases. I no longer need to mimic, imitate, or carry my father's illnesses or diseases. Everything comes down through our blood. And if you know the importance of healing the relationship with your parents and the way that we do it, there is nobody who does it like the decrees. There is no other understanding of how to do this work than via Jupiter. Because here's the thing, maybe you've heard the term inner child healing. I'm sure you all have, but it isn't about the inner child because you don't have an inner child, you have inner children. What do you do with inner children? And the first thing in inner child work is not for you to show up to do inner child work. First, you must become the divine inner parent, the parent you didn't have. Then you start taking care of the inner children. How, my darlings? You yourself are the inner children. How can you take care of these when they show up? And therefore, package B is not just about the enchanted forest where you start finding so much freedom and so much mysticism and divinity and magic. It's also, and fairies and elves and pixies and unicorns and mermaids and dolphins and dragons and rainbows all the time. In the enchanted forest, the rainbow is on all the time. It is also about you becoming the enchanted forest ranger. How do you take care of you? Because the truth is, we treat ourselves the way our parents treated us. If we had parents who were hard and heavy and harsh on us, then we are heavy and hard and harsh on ourselves. How do you break that? And by the way, there are just 2 decrees to start breaking that. It is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing how simple that is. However, let me say this, my darlings. First, you must complete a level of being a seeker. This is advanced work. Inner child healing, inner children healing, the awakening of the divine inner parent, you will hit on your healing journey. Nobody can escape this. But maybe you need to travel a little bit more. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're already there. Maybe you can't wait to go down that battlefield and say, bring it on. Because the song of the Lord ends with Lord Arjuna saying, I am not sorrowful anymore. I know what has to be done and I am willing to do it. I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. And that is how the Gita ends. And that's where you want to be, if not by the time we finish this package, at least you have begun the journey, because you've seen how simple the decrees are, my darlings. Little bit of practice and it will become part of your muscle memory. You can just continue to do it. Not to mention, with package B, we will need each other's help and support. So we will stay together for a year and we will ask each other. We will also buddy up with each other, because there's a particular way to work with the inner children. How do you work? The age of the inner child, very important. The expression of the inner child, very important. How to make the inner child feel safe and taken to a protected place. Oh my God, so important. How to simultaneously make sure that the divine parent is already up and awake. I'm going to do all of that. So we're going to spend 2 hours together and 5 hours together, over two calls. And we're going to do this. In package B, once you have done package B, you don't just get a certificate of completion. You get a certificate of mastery. Because this is a big thing. If you know how to handle this part of your healing journey, and this healing journey will continue, my darlings. Will you have won the Mahabharata? Will you have finished singing the song of the Lord in 5 hours and 2 calls? No. But you will know what to do next. You will know how to take this forward. Not to mention that I continuously keep having these programs and we keep returning to this. So working through memories. How do you work through memories? First, you have to clean your garden. So first thing is to clean your garden. Once you have cleaned your garden and you understand that your weed was nothing, the root of the weed was the memory. We will work on releasing memories. And actually, this is where I wanted to bring in Nivedita, but Nivedita, please accept my apologies, my girl. I have taken everybody's time so much. All right, let me tell you what the advanced level actually costs and how much people have paid for it in the past. I have actually simplified a lot of this work. There's another batch who has done Jupiter's decrees, and my God, they got the long, complex version of it, not so much us. So package, yeah, go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, there's some couple of questions that have come in, but I'll bring them up once you're done with it.
Yeah.
No, you complete this, and then it's very generic questions, so I'll bring it up after that. You go ahead.
Okay. Let us say that what you are going through right now is that you are actually living the life of the inner children, which is your relationship with your parents is still not very good. It's strained, it's heavy, or like Siddhant mentioned, his parents have crossed over and he has regret. He has regret that he has not shown them what he would like to show them. What this does to a relationship, especially a parent-child relationship, is this. This is now the relationship. It is one entangled ball of a mess. But in name dropping, this ball starts opening up. This ball starts opening up and becoming this golden ray of connection. You will see, my darlings. For those of you all who know name dropping, you know how incredible name dropping is. For those of you all who don't know, you must try it. Name dropping is big. It's like up there with mutton biryani. It's so good. So amazing. And along with that, what Jupiter did was also give us the forgiveness decrees. So the principles of forgiveness, there are 3 principles to forgiveness. And understanding what forgiveness is, you will understand this better once we have done the 5 stages of healing tomorrow. So I will remind you about that again. So we will do the forgiveness decree, like how to forgive and how to forgive in seconds and what forgiveness really is. And then in package B, we will do 10 more one-word decrees. And this comes to you at a total value of
Nidhu, are you going through the second? You've already mentioned the second module, so I'll just jump straight to that. Did you mention the successful healer call?
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Neelu. So part of this, you see, if you're doing package B, you're serious about your career. Perhaps you're already an existing practitioner and you're taking this on to add to your toolkit. What we're going to do on the 30th of September, by the way, these calls begin on 2nd of September, this time. On the 30th of September, to mark the end of this, we are going to do a successful healers training call, where one, if you have questions on how to bring your work to a larger audience, you can ask me. If you have any other questions about how to begin your career, you can ask me, and I will share with you my top 5 practices to be a successful healer. And before I forget, along with this, so I have this perfect body weight program going on. This perfect body weight program where you do a 10-second workout. It's amazing. It's amazing. Even if I say so myself, it's amazing. Like in 10 seconds, you can feel like your abs have done a workout. Like it's mind blowing. In September, for a month, we are going to do another level of the perfect body, as well as we're going to do one call on the perfect body to make sure that we stop saying the 3 most dangerous sentences you can ever say for your body weight and shape and size. They're the most dangerous 3 sentences because they are keeping the weight stuck on us. You know, when Jupiter goes retrograde, which is what he's already retrograde, Saturn's also retrograde. These are times when we can feel a little heavier. Our metabolism slows down a little bit, and we can feel a little bloated, a little distended. So some amount of body work is something that we're doing. You are getting this at no charge. There are a set of people who may or may not come on to take on this training call. And when they get this offer, they're going to get this offer at 12,000 rupees. You are getting this as part of your package. And you're going to get my new moon call, which is a negativity cleaner. You're going to get my full moon call, which we will do some more work in the enchanted forest. We'll have fun. We'll go down. We'll meet our unicorn. We'll spend some time with our fairies. Maybe we will climb a tree that eats, that eats, that talks, that flies. We will see. You're also going to get a chance to be nominated for the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies promotions. As an agency, this is what we do. We find platforms. We bring you people that can give you, share with you, show you great healing modalities. And if you're a practitioner and you're on this package, I will nominate you to have a 20-minute call with my COO, Amrish, with my marketing consultant, Ruchira, with me, to see if you can be further promoted by us. And if that happens, you will get a package deal that nobody else in the market is getting. So not only
so cool, Nidhu.
Yeah, so cool.
Very.
So not only do we care that you do this, that you practice this, but we care very much that you become a practitioner with this. So take it forward, my people. Do this program. Begin your healing journey. If you're already on the healing journey, do this program. I guarantee you this kind of inner work is not being done as swiftly and as deeply anywhere else. And I will say this to you all again, my darlings. If you're on the healing journey, this last part where you hit on what goes on with your family, it will happen. If you're already there, come.
And in fact, Nidhu, people have started picking up packages as well. I think Janita has already picked up package A. And just a quick reminder for everybody, package B, the Enchanted Forest program, includes package A.
Yeah.
So,
package A.
Right. For everybody, as Nidhu, as you said, Nidhu, this is advanced level of work. So the fact that A is a part of this is kind of like a refresher, reminder for them also. And that's actually something that somebody had asked. Are the decrees the same? Actually, a lot more, isn't it, Nidhu?
Yeah, lots
Like,
more.
Lots
Yeah.
more.
There is one standard decree which will stay, which is the you can leave now, which is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But there are many, many more decrees that will come. There are 5 more single word decrees tomorrow. There are 10 more in Jupiter's package. And the way that you use the decree as well is going to be different. It's not the same package at all.
Right.
84,000 US dollars, 1,297. Who's giving me this? Who's signing this check right now? Hands up.
Hands already up.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Who's saying yes on the group? Who's saying yes? I don't have the money right now, but I would love to pay. Who's saying that?
I can see hands being raised because I'm sharing screen. Like I can't see any until they put the reactions here. Thank you. So Sajid, Kulpreet, Bhairavi, everyone's raised their hands. And on the group now, Veena, Swati, Janita, Deborah, 51462, Juma, Anika, Gulnar, Nishta, Patty, all yeses. Jaspreet, Kulpreet, Devi, Vandana, everyone saying yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This comes to you. And remember, this includes package A. It includes your Uranus retrograde call. It includes your new moon call. It includes your full moon call. It includes, oh, it's already here. And the price is just 22,000 USD 340.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, it includes the perfect weight program for the entire month. It includes the perfect weight call. It includes the successful healers training call. It includes, of course, your personalized notebook, which is like number one, like number one, you have to have this notebook.
And of course, that is your happiness giveaway, Nidhu.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you showed it at the beginning itself, because I have to share this. When I saw it, I want my name on that thing, and I want it right now.
Yeah. In fact, it was because she asked that way that it then crossed her mind to say, listen, everybody should get it with their names on it. So all thanks to her. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Certificate of mastery, people. Certificate of mastery. As the owner and sharer of the decrees, I can give you the certificate of mastery. However, I must tell you this, my darlings, because it's a certificate of mastery, you are going to submit some case studies first. On the live call, I will also see how it is that you're performing in a live demo. You're going to give personal case studies. You're going to give professional case studies, which you can buddy up with somebody. But case studies will have to be submitted before this is sent out. How cool is this, right?
It's super cool.
Can you see the gold on top? Can you see it? Did I? Okay, I've not done. I've not put it properly. Because I put gold and all everything. Jupiter is gold. Jupiter is the color yellow. The golden, wealthy principle, the golden, wealthy, prosperous energy is Jupiter.
There you have it. And in fact, even for package A, in order to receive your certificate, you do have to complete certain case studies, right?
No case studies for package A.
None over there? Okay,
None.
super.
No case studies for package A. For package A, I'm just going to see how you're on the call. I'm going to see just how you're understanding. And because it's a certificate of participation, everybody's going to get it.
Right. And in fact, Suzanne's asked an interesting question. I'm wondering if I maybe have already paid for package B. I'm in a lot of Nidhu's degree work. Suzanne,
No,
this is completely brand new.
No, nobody's paid for any of the training programs. Sorry. No.
Yeah. And there you have it, Nidhu, a quick summary. Your package A of the Garden Within, which is a crash course in Saturn's decrees. You have a bonus there as well, which is the Uranus retrograde call. Normally, this would cost 12,300 or USD 225, and you get it at only 1,724. Ridiculous deal, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you even thinking about it? And when I say ridiculous, I'm saying that in a really like, what just happened way, or $33. This is recommended for everybody, anybody and everybody who is just starting their journey. It's a great thing to start with. Once you're done with that, if you want to upgrade the package from package A to B, you do have the option of doing it at 22,000 or USD 340. Package B, of course, is the Enchanted Forest. And I just realized that I couldn't see a fair amount of the screen. I just reduced the size screen, where you have so many bonuses, including the Perfect Weight Program and the Moon Calls. This would normally cost you 84,000 or USD 1297. Yours just at, again, ridiculous 22,000 or USD 340. And of course, your happiness giveaway, which is your personalized printable decree notebook cover. This, Nidhu, I think Kate wrote, which I missed. She said, this has been one of your best calls ever.
Thank you.
And I agree with her completely, because every time we speak about the decrees, I've been a part of the Saturn's decrees team. Also, you've been across 4 international Tele summits. Your 5th one's coming up, by the way. Best wishes for that. Your work has reached 100,000 people, if not more, across the globe. And your own personal database, I think it's gone past 5,000 now.
Yeah, I've worked with more than 5,000 people.
More than 5,000 people, and all this in a very short span of what, 3.5, 4 years now, Nidhu?
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah. And yeah, this is and everybody who's worked with you can vouch for the fact that the kind of details that you go into are way above and beyond what just the package is. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for anybody who decides to take this work on, to learn from you. Because you know what? Hey, who better than the master to learn? And this is yours. You created it. You're the owner of this. And you're learning from like source, literally. How does this get any better?
I have to say I'm co-creator. The universe gave it when it was time for the planets, when the planets were about to go retrograde, I would be given the decree just before that. And it started with Saturn and the messages of how we had to karma complete and what karma completion meant. And then it went on to Jupiter and Venus and Uranus and Uranus, by the way, I'm going to give you Uranus's decree on Sunday. Everybody come for that call, by the way. Everybody's invited to that call. So it was a co-creation. Like the first time I remember when that decree went through my head and this thing happened in my body, and I was like, what? And when I looked back and I saw what was taking place, and I saw that Lord Shivji was there, and Lord Ganpati was there, and Lord Saturn was there, and Lord Hanumanji was there. So yes, I am owner and sharer. I have copyright on all of these decrees, but I'm co-creator only. They were given. They were given these commands. These commands were given, and I guess it also has to do with the fact that that I love words. Between food and words, yeah, that's the way to my heart, and I love the words. I love that language and words have so much power. Like it is said that a kind word can warm 3 winter months. And so, the power to heal, the power to harm, the power to hurt, but also the power to make happy, all of that put together. And I like speed. I like things that are simple. I like things that are quick. I prefer that things happen quickly. So I guess all of that put together, and the decrees showed up. So co-creator, happy co-creator, and owner and sharer. So I look forward to meeting all of y'all. And
I take a moment, Nidhu, to acknowledge. I take a moment to acknowledge and give gratitude to your gratitude and humbleness. So, yeah, and I'm going to start getting emotional now, so I will continue to a question very quickly. Somebody asked, is it okay to use this with other healing modalities? And I know we've gotten way past time, but I thought this question at least was very important for current practitioners of any other modality to know. So that is that. And oh, hello, Patty, Karishma, Bhairavi, Veni, Dipti, Harneet, Teresa have already booked. Have you?
Awesome.
There it is. And before we do start winding up, before we come to a close of this call, much earlier when you were talking, you had mentioned that learn for yourself first. Be your own practitioner first, and so that's the successful healer tip, isn't it?
It is, for sure. It is also part of the Hippocratic oath. Physician, heal thyself. Although the first law in the Hippocratic oath is first, do no harm. And the only way you know not to do harm is if you have finished practicing on yourself. You know how it works, you know how to do, for example, like Kulpreet mentioned, right? There were butterflies in his stomach. You must know what that means. You must know what to do about that. If your client says, I have butterflies in my stomach, or you're sharing it at home, and somebody says, I have butterflies in my stomach, or I've got a tightness in my chest. You want to know how to take this forward. So you co-create with the decrees, you work together with the decrees, and you will know how to take somebody else through them as well. You must always be your first client first. Wear your oxygen mask first. We had that, right? And jab we met, I don't know, what was Kareena Kapoor says, right? Main khud ki favorite hu.
Yes, jab we met.
Yeah, like I'm my own biggest client. Main khud ki sabse favorite client. It's like, so that's where you want to be. You want to have this joy of continuously understanding yourself, of continuously peeling off your own layers, whatever it is that is going on in your garden, whether it's the weed, whether it's the serpent, whether it's the worm, whether it's the bird making a little nest, whatever is going on in your garden, when you take ownership of your garden, automatically it becomes an enchanted forest. So I wish for you that life. I wish for you the next level of you. One day at a time, one step at a time, one decree at a time.
Superb. And Nidhu.
And on that note, I thank everybody who has stayed from then till now. I appreciate your time so much. I value you so much for doing this. Please have lots of water. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to see you on tomorrow's call. I'm going to answer questions on the Telegram group. And go ahead, Neelu.
I was just going to say, may your star and everyone's star shine bright, 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 bright.
Correct. Big love, big hug, lots of stardust, tons of gold. Namaste from India. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Nidhu.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you.